Hey traders, welcome back to the DXY YouTube channel. Hope everyone had some good trades today. What a wild day of price action we had today. Let's get into the charts and try to understand better what price wants to do now. So first, quick reminder of the news. As I mentioned before, Lagarde is speaking 5 minutes before New York Open, and we have NFP and unemployment 30 minutes after New York Open. Expect a lot of volatility in the markets during New York session. So looking at DXY first, what we see is, I believe the last video we were talking around this area. So price ended up pushing down almost to this flip zone. So you can see it was a reaction zone here, almost hit the flip zone, but then fiercely expanded to the upside. That high that I mentioned, so the supply, it's actually right here. It easily broke it. But what you can see now is potentially it took a lot of liquidity and came down pretty aggressively as well. I mean, not near as aggressively as a push up, but it did come down quite strongly, and it's coming down quite a bit. I mean, almost back to origin. So on DXY, the two zones that we need to keep an eye on are the Frankfurt origin flip zone, as well as the Asia origin extreme. So these are the two areas that are going to be monitoring closely. If we break this, I mean, technically that's a 15-minute chalk. It could come down a little lower. Maybe a pullback after, and then once the news hits, I mean, really anything can happen. But my feeling is if it gets below here, regardless of the movement that we have in price with NFP, I think there's potential that it may go down. But I was listening to a lot of analysts, and they're thinking that regardless of NFP good or bad, DXY is going to shoot up. So we need to keep an open mind and be very cautious with any trade setups, especially if you're trading NFP. I myself am not trading NFP today, but if you are, be very cautious of those whipsaws and make sure you have something very clean in terms of like whipsaws creating a chalk before entering. That's the safest way to trade the news. Now going to EU. So for EU, quite similar, well, the opposite of what we saw in DXY. So during Asia, it pushed up, came back down, broke the lows, which was a sign that it's going to come lower. Thereafter, you can see there's a reaction zone here where it broke. You can't see it on the 15-minute actually, but on the 5-minute, you can see a clear demand zone here that created a 5-minute flip zone here. The price actually reacted off that, and that's when we started the aggressive push down during Frankfurt and just melted during London. And it came really low, didn't come to the downside target, but it is a good sign that there is more room to go lower. But as you can see, as it did bottom out, had a impulsive push up, pull back, testing 15-minute demand, and then another push up, breaking this high, and then coming back, testing demand, and thereafter you can see I entered here. It pushed up to the upside. So what can we expect now? It's starting to play around right now, but my expectation is we're either going to come up to this demand zone, which is the Frankfurt origin demand zone, or this demand zone, which is the Asia extreme demand zone. And like I said before with Dixie, the Frankfurt demand zone is actually a 15-minute chalk. But honestly, I mean, with the news coming, I take it with a grain of salt. It's only if we see this one break where I would consider that maybe there is a chance that we have a bigger push to the upside. So like I said, if we break this supply, break this entire range, my guess is, yeah, we're gonna play around, we're gonna whipsaw, and most likely it'll come down to lower demand, or maybe even liquidate the lows and then potentially push up. But that's only if we see this supply range broken. But like I said before, there are a lot of analysts that are forecasting, regardless of NFP being good or bad, EU is going to dump. And the downside target is parity, so 1. May go a little above, a little below, but that's what most people are targeting for the downside. And if it does shoot up, the first upside target is going to be the 4-hour supply. But my guess is if it comes this high, it's very likely to continue to the upside and have a bigger pullback. Is there anything else that I'm missing on this chart that I forgot to mention? Nothing that I can think of for now. But the main thing is, for today, be very cautious and protect your capital. You don't want to be taken out and potentially have huge losses because of the price pushing up or down because of those whipsaws. There's no guarantee there's going to be whipsaws either, but if we go on past experience, we usually have a lot of whipsaws for NFP, but at the same time we usually have for FOMC as well, but yesterday we didn't have that. So we'll see what happens, but like I said, protect your capital. So that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts about what you think the price action we're gonna see for the New York session. Drop a comment below, and if you found value in this video, please be sure to click the like button and subscribe to ensure you don't miss any future videos. And I'll see you guys maybe over the weekend for a weekend analysis, and if not, I'll see you guys in London. Good luck trading, and like I said, be careful. Peace.